Hello guys, in this tutorial we are about to learn how to install Red Hat 6.0 on a VirtualBox. So for this we'll be needing a VirtualBox and a Red Hat image file, that is an ISO file. So since I have both, I'll directly shift to the process. First of all, click on new, give the virtual machine a name, rel6 test, and type is Linux and the version is of Red Hat, and I'll click on continue. Now if you want you can allocate more RAM, but for this purpose 512 would be suffice. So let's click on continue. Now we need to create a virtual hard disk for this, and for that I'll click on create, and default extension I will be using is VirtualBox disk image, and we'll also let it be dynamically allocated. And we'll go to continue, and we'll specify the space for our hard drive, that would be somewhat around 21. Now the hardware configuration part is done. Now we'll start installing the software. For that, double click on the hard drive, select the image file. Now once the part is set to the image file, click on start. When the setup screen appears, click on install or upgrade an existing system. After that, a message will appear telling us to check our media. Note that this process takes a longer time, so for that I'll be skipping this. And besides, I also know that my media is not corrupt, so I'll skip this for now. Now we'll be greeted with a red hat splash screen. I'll click on next. I'll select my language as English. Besides, my keyboard is also US English, so I'll select that one. Also, since we are installing it on hard drive, so we'll select the basic storage device, and then I'll click on next. We'll have to reinitialize everything, so I'll click on this. Besides, now we'll be providing it with a host name, so in this case I'll play Wizard. And now also I'll like to add a manual IP. However, you can also make it obtain IP by DHCP, but for this purpose I'll be using manual IP. Then I'll click on add, enter my IP 10, and netmasks would be automatically applied. Once done with the IP settings, I'll click on next. Now I'll have to select my time zone. Since I am in India, I'll select Asia Kolkata, and once I'm done with that, I'll click on next. Now here we have to enter the password for the admin user, that is the root. So we'll be entering once we are done with this, I'll click on next. Now this is the partition option. For this video I'll be creating a custom layout. Now in order to for a basic system, we can have three basic partition like root, boot and swap. However, boot can also be kept as optional, so I'll be using root as 20 gigabytes, and I'll provide a swap as 1024, since it should be double our RAM, and since our RAM is 512, I'll have to 1024. Now we are done with this. I'll click on next, and we'll have to format the partition, and we'll write the changes to the disk. Now it will tell you if whether you want to store the bootloader on /dev/sda. So we'll go with it. If you want to use a bootloader password, you can give it by selecting the checkbox. and entering the password, but we don't want that, so I'll go with next. Now it will ask you what are you installing Linux for. So basically this is for practice and demonstration purpose, so I'll be going with my desktop mode and I'll click on next. It will check for dependencies for the packages, and now the actual process of installation will begin. Since this will take a longer time, so I'll pause the video for some time, and we can see that it's almost installed and is installing now the bootloader. However, the installation is completed but partially, so we'll need to reboot the system in order to configure the post install system. And we can see that our system is loading up. Now we can see a post install splash screen for Linux, so we'll need to do next. Now we can see license agreement. Unfortunately we'll have to agree it and we'll go forward. Now if you are a registered user, you can select the first option, but since I am not, I'll go for second option, that is I prefer to register at later time. After doing that, I'll go forward and I'll say no thanks, I'll connect later. I'll click on forward. Now we can also create another user. Yes. Once we are done, we can go forward. Now here we can also make it an NTP server, but I'll not go for that right now. I'll go forward. Now since we don't have much RAM in this virtual machine, it will give us an error, insufficient memory to configure KDUM. So no need to worry for that, it's okay. So now we'll finish it and the system will be back online. Now we can take a login. And we can see that our Red Hat basic system is online with graphical mode. Well, that's all for my tutorials. Thank you.